Hey, what's up? Shay here. First installment of Hard Whale Monthly Roundup, where I'm going to give you the music I thought you need to check out this month. This is the April 2021 edition, and this is the first installment, so just let me know if you like it. Make sure to comment, share, leave a like, and subscribe for the future upcoming episodes, and tell me what you agree with, what you disagree with, and what I missed. Coming up first, in alphabetical order, is Body Box's Through the Bonfire. This feels like if deathcore was made for death metal fans. It's got like a lot of Sanguisugabog vibes and some Domestic Terror vibes if you know them. And there's like a few breakdowns scoured out, but it really just feels like a perfected version of what deathcore should be, you know? My favorite track was Trailer Park Blues, and I really suggest this if you're into like that Maggot Stomp stuff, but you also really like some core stuff. It feels like a perfect melody for those people. Next up is Brockhampton's new album, Roadrunner, New Light, New Machine. I haven't really cared for anything they've dropped since Saturation. Iridescence and Ginger just really didn't match with me, and this feels like the best thing they've done since then, and I just really like the energy throughout the entire thing and the variety they brought to it. A lot of features on this one, which is something they usually don't do because they have like a million members in the band, but it really helped here, with features from ASAP Mob members, and on my favorite track, Buzzcut, they have Danny Brown, and that song is just off-the-walls energy. The video is great, too. Not much of a music video guy, usually, but that one is just really good, and I think I've watched it a couple times all the way through, so that's a really good one. There's a lot of bangers and boy band crooners on this one. Check it out if you miss that old Brockhampton energy. Next up, Cannibal Corpse is back with Violence Unimagined. This might be their best thing since the 90s. I'm kind of mad that this band is 100 years old and still making music better than I can ever make. The production on this is really good. The songwriting, really good. Vocals, really good. This is just straight through really good. I guess they just do not age. I can't describe it enough how much, if you like any Cannibal, you need to check this out. Follow the Blood is my favorite track. The bends on that are just so headbang worthy. I turn up the speaker every time, no matter how loud it is. It's just so good. Next is Cell Rot, Slowly Falls Apart. Fitting title, but in a good way. If you like raw, gritty, fast, varied, and hard music, this is for you. I would say if you like Spy, Scalp, Gulch, anything in that umbrella, you will really like this, especially on the production half. 1,000 Ways to Ruin Your Day is my favorite song, and I will say every millisecond feels about 1,000 ways to brighten my day. Next up is Church Tongue, The Hubris of God's Departed. This album sounds like, this EP sounds like a mix between Counterparts and End, like the melodic parts of Counterparts, but not nearly as melodic, and then the darker parts of End, but not as chaotic feeling, but a perfect blend of the two. My favorite track is No Prisoner in Blood. Just really solid. I mean, if you like bassists who set themselves on fire, you like this. Next up is Gojira. Gotta say, this is probably the first time I've been disappointed by one of their albums. I think if another band did it, it would have been fine, but it's just not up to the par that I'm used to from them. It's got a lot of technical force behind it, but the production feels a little worse to me. The songs are a little bit drawn out, and it just doesn't feel... It feels kind of predictable all the way through, and it's just not the greatest. I do like the song Amazonia, though, because that bouncy... It's just really good. So... Or really catchy to me, at least. So, I would say check it out if you like Gojira, but you'll probably also be disappointed. Next up, Lil Yachty, Michigan Boy Boat. This might be one of my favorite Lil Yachty releases. It feels like an album compared to a couple really good singles and filler tracks all the way throughout. He's collabing with a lot of Detroit rappers on this one. Obviously, for being from Michigan and already liking Lil Yachty, this one was a pretty good mix for me. If you like Lil Yachty at all, check this one out. If you don't like his voice, you'll probably still hate this, but you might like the features, so you might bear with it. My favorite tracks were Super Bowl 2021 featuring Sada Baby, and Dynamic Duo featuring T Grizzly, and T Grizzly and Lil Yachty have already matched up well together and from D to the A, so give this one a try if you like that stuff. Next up is Purgatory, Lawless to Grave. This is basically just Purgatory doing what Purgatory does best. Not too much parts going out of their way here. It's a couple parts that are a little singy, but not like clean singing. It's like a yell sing, so it's not bad. They just really know what they do well, and they're doing it here. My favorite track is No One Gets Out Alive, and by the end of the album, it kind of feels like he won't. Next up is my favorite of the entire month, Spectral Rune, A Diabolic Thirst. I will state that I'm not that huge on black metal. The stuff I like a lot, but I usually only put it on when it's dark and cold. But this album made me rethink everything about the genre, made me want to go back and listen to everyone I already had, want to go listen to everything I've skipped over. It is so good. I cannot say that enough. It's already in my, up towards the very top of my year-end list, and it probably will stay there. My favorite track was Frigid and Spellbound, but the entire album, you're going to want to listen to all the way through. It's so good. So good. I don't know what words, it's amazing. My favorite black metal record I've ever heard. Rounding out our up top of the list albums here is Throne's Pestilent Dawn. They deserve to be headlining some tours or something, like getting on a big label, because this is really good. Really, really, really good. Thinking of words besides really good. Because this is just great death metal. The Michigan death metal wizards of technicality strike again. If you like their last release, this one feels like a pretty good step up. There's just endless switching riffs, going crazy the entire time. You know, you can't really beat it, especially around here. It's probably one of the best death metal bands in Michigan at the moment that haven't taken the step up and got the acknowledgement that they should. My favorite song on it was All Creation Wept. Other notable albums, so this is just stuff that I didn't think was as good, but you should still check it out. You might like it a lot. There was a couple tracks I saved on it, basically, but nothing I would go out and buy the albums. The Arms Ultra Pop. It was just a little bit too off the walls everywhere in a way where I couldn't catch on to any vibe for long enough to start saving stuff. It was just, I don't know, it didn't stick on anything long enough to me. Boulevard of Death. Hate Too Much to Love. This is just some pretty good Italian hardcore, but nothing special. It's been done before, but if you like hardcore, you might as well check it out. Bodom After Midnight. Alexi Laiho, before he died, started this project and got these songs recorded. I would like to see a full album with this stuff, but I don't think we're gonna be able to see that. I don't know how much they had anything else recorded, but this is a good send out to a metal legend to keep his legacy going. It's good, but it's not as good as most Bodom stuff. Cornered Failure. This is just good, straightforward, nothing special. DBlock Destroy, Intimidate, Eliminate. New band from Detroit. I would highly suggest checking this out if you're from around here, because I'm pretty sure this band live is gonna go off. Field of Flames, Remnants of a Collapsed Existence. This is just another thing where first listen, it didn't really grab me, didn't make me want to go back to it. Second listen, still only like one song off it, but I could definitely see a lot of people really liking this. Next up is Caro Caro Bonito, Civilization 2. I don't like this as much as most Caro Caro Bonito stuff that I enjoy, so I don't know. I didn't really like the first track had me, then after that I kind of just fell out of it. Times of Desperation, Gaia Bleeds. This album I've listened to it a couple times because I really want to like the other songs more. The songs I like, I almost love them, but the other songs is just so to me that it keeps pushing me away. But really, really good stuff here. To the Grave Epilogue. Too Little, Too Late. They kind of just threw brand new tracks on their last stuff, and the new tracks have cool breakdowns, but the songs themselves aren't super great. But if you like deathcore, you'll probably like this one a good bit. I mean, I might go back to it, but it didn't feel like they added anything new from their last stuff. And finally, we have the Two Witnesses demo. This is just some good stuff right here. Solid, middle of the pack, good hardcore. Thank you for checking out the first installment of Hard Whale Monthly Roundup. What'd I miss? What'd you like? Did you like any of this shit? You try it out? You're like, oh, okay, cool. Do you disagree with what I said? Did you see an album on here that's garbage that you're like, why would you suggest this to anyone? Let me know. And thank you. Like, comment, subscribe, share.